Hello, everyone. It has been a while. I have been learning this new tablet, experimenting offline, and following life as it occurs. February was a hard month, and we have to meet obstacles in our life, face them because that's reality. I know my greenhouse, if you've seen, I posted on my community page. The roof collapsed in, and we've analyzed that out, and we'll get that fixed. We've had off and on good weather, and I've been spring cleaning. It's that time of year, and it's also the time when it seems like everyone's got spring fever, running around, and not realizing they can catch a cold if they're doing too much. On a sad note, we lost a dear cousin. He was the husband of my favorite cousin. And, we're getting older and we start losing dear people to us. And that is part of life, too. But on a good note, I gotta say, the pond is holding water. So it's met that test. So put in a couple of fountains and what have you and enjoy that this summer after we get the greenhouse fixed. I can't help but follow the Nancy Guthrie case. It's been shocking, but with researching, I now realize a lot of elderly have issues, not only abuse, but people breaking in their homes to basically unalive them for whatever reason. So, I started thinking about it. I have cameras, but I'm going to get a granny cam and put it inside the house because it was very helpful when my cousin was bedfast and the daughter could view his needs. And yes, we get older, we're still wanting to be independent, and it is a good way to stay independent and age in place. Knowing, okay, so what? We watch people every day making YouTube videos, they're got an open window to the world there, right? And we see them and we wonder where they're at when they're not on YouTube making a video or sharing with us. So this way, I'm thinking the children could peep in on me if they want whatever, because I don't have nothing to hide. I'm an open book, uh, he'll probably make them laugh. As long as they don't put me on YouTube. you know, Thought about this. But yes, I think a granny cam is the way to go. My daughter actually uses, they call them nanny cams for the kids, okay? She used them with latchkey kids and uh, also so she could check out the babysitter what was going on. So, yeah, I'm seeing this as a safety net for me because how safe is our life? I mean, from what I've researched, your close friends, your family, or your circle of influence is the ones that you need to ask yourself, How are they treating you? And you need to be careful who you're associating with when you get older. And sometimes it's those people you have to worry the most about. Like workers that come in, like caretakers or someone to mow the lawn, shovel the driveway. Yes, that's where you got to think stranger danger, like we taught our children. Don't let him in the house, go out, pay him outside, however you do it. Because, there comes a time, opportunity meets vulnerability. And see, most robberies are done in the daytime, thefts, break-ins, in broad daylight. It's always been that way. So that burglar's going to wait for you to leave your house and enter. They're going to watch your daily activities. So we really need to change up, like instead of going on Wednesdays to do shopping, go on Thursday, or the next week go on Tuesday. Never do the same thing throughout the week. Don't have that type of routine where you leave each day at a certain time for so many hours. Switch it up. See, when someone breaks in on you at nighttime, that's personal. That they coming to harm you. They don't care. They figure they're undercover. No one's going to know who, what, when, where. And, that's why it'd be good to have a granny cam in the house, inside. Because they're going to catch more on that person. Some of these cams for outside don't have clear definition, and they're so obvious that they just take a spray can, black paint, and spray it, and you don't know who it was. Discussing this with law enforcement has opened my eyes that as an aging person, gotta admit, I'm getting older, there is going to be times that I might forget to lock my door. I might forget to turn the stove off. And to have someone, keeping an eye on me so I can maintain and be in my home among my things will give me a longer life to age in place. It will make me feel secure. Well, I don't know if we can totally be secure. I mean, God's got our backs, but, there's so much free will out there that bad things happen to good people. But that's all I really wanted to say today and get back on track with spending time on here. That please take caution with your life. Start thinking, how safe are you? I love you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.